We're finding that the Republican Party in Burlington and around the state is being revitalized with new sources of energy. Vermonters are hungry for common sense solutions to the challenges we face going forward, getting out of the pandemic. They want solutions that will unify us and afford us a better quality of life. No one can do that better for Ward 3 than Christopher Aaron Felker. I introduce Christopher Aaron Felker, candidate for City Council in Ward 3.
You're awesome.
Thank you, Christopher.
That's good. Whatever. Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us here today in Burlington's Ward 3, this pretty beautiful Vermont afternoon for a very special announcement. My husband and I moved to Burlington in 2013. We fell in love with the beautiful views of Lake Champlain from right here in Battery Park. We love this community. It's one of the most ethnically diverse neighborhoods in all of Vermont. We love the brightly colored homes that always cheer me up on the dark, cloudy days. And most of all, we loved how the Burlingtonians in this neighborhood are always happy to take a moment to talk with each other. Ward 3 is our home. Ward 3 is our heart. I am extremely proud of the life that we have built here in the Old North End. For 40 years, the Progressive Party has held control of this ward, and despite their good intentions, they failed to deliver real solutions on the issues of housing security, public safety, and they've even failed to maintain key infrastructure responsibly. In the last 18 months have been extremely difficult and trying time for all Burlingtonians. The COVID pandemic has laid bare our municipal shortcomings and exacerbated disparities that hindered the ability of all Burlingtonians to get ahead. During the early days of the pandemic, the fear and pain of Burlingtonians was palpable. My community, our community, was facing an unprecedented crisis, and there was no way I could remain a bystander in our community any longer. I began reaching out regularly to community members, to our mayor, to local elected officials, to party members, and to the governor in an effort to help protect Burlingtonians. We stand together today because of the combined efforts made as Vermonters, as Burlingtonians, to keep our vulnerable safe, to rally around small businesses, to provide housing security for our homeless, to provide food drives for families facing food insecurity, and we mobilized an efficient vaccine rollout that has brought Burlington to an 80% vaccination rate, and we are now reopened. As we reach the end of this pandemic, Burlingtonians are faced with a decision. How do we move forward from here? How do we unite as a community to solve Burlington's problems? We stand at the precipice. We have a choice to continue down the same path as the last 40 years, or we can come together to craft solutions to improve the quality of life and make Burlington more affordable and build a better Burlington together. The Americans with Disabilities Act became law 32 years ago. A promise that we, the people, would guarantee our fellow citizens, our seniors, our neighbors with mobility issues and limitations, parents, children, everyone has the same safe access in and around our city. That it is, in fact, a basic civil right that every man, woman, and child with a disability can now pass through once closed doors. President Bush said this 32 years ago when he signed the Americans with Disabilities Act. Unfortunately, today, many obstacles still obstruct the liberty of those among us with mobility challenges. The city of Burlington has failed to fulfill its moral obligation to keep an accessible city and thus has cast limits on the liberty of people living with disabilities. We must do better to keep the faith with the spirit of our courageous forefathers who wrote in the Declaration of Independence, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that we are endowed with certain inalienable rights. The ADA guarantees basic civil rights, and we deny these rights when we fail to maintain universal access. Of the city's 120 linear miles of sidewalk here in Burlington, we only replace 3 miles annually. The average lifespan of a concrete sidewalk like ours is roughly 40 years, less if excessive salts and solutions are used in the wintertime. They're corrosive. The sidewalks connect our neighborhoods together. They connect us and our neighborhoods to the Church Street Marketplace. They connect us to churches, parks, and community centers. In many neighborhoods in Burlington and right here in Ward 3, our sidewalks are in a horrible state of disrepair. In order to be good stewards of our city, we must do more every single year. We must come together to insist that our seniors and individuals with mobility challenges are no longer othered, they're no longer ignored, and they are no longer invisible. We must fulfill our obligation that all Burlingtonians of all ages and abilities should be able to safely navigate our neighborhoods and our sidewalks. Sidewalks support local businesses, they increase overall community health, and they are a key component to any city's anti-Amazon strategy that wishes to promote shopping local and supporting small business. Burlington has been in the midst of a housing crisis for years now. Our limited housing stock, failure to maintain responsible growth in new housing has resulted in a dangerously low vacancy rate for Burlington. Supply has plummeted, demand has skyrocketed, and rents have followed suit. Burlington is now unaffordable for a working class middle family to rent or own in our city. We need to change this. We need to act now to provide housing security to our fellow Burlingtonians. The most significant change that we can take is a responsible easing of zoning regulations that drive up costs of housing for all Burlington residents, from the homeless to the first-time homeowner to those needing to upgrade for their expanding families. We must do better to keep our city safe. Last year, City Council made a rash and irresponsible decision to drastically cut our police department. And in the years since, we've seen a rise in quality of life crimes, assaults, even shootings here in Ward 3. My campaign is proposing a positive policing policy to add funding, to add officers, to add more social workers to BPD, because a responsibly funded police force is a well-trained public safety team. In the coming weeks, my campaign will convene multiple community meetings to listen to all stakeholders and formulate and forge a strategy forward to build a better Burlington together. For far too long, conservative Burlingtonians have had zero representation in local government. That is going to change today. Literally right now. So if you're tired of the endless divisive rhetoric from the left and you want to see an increase in housing security for Burlingtonians, and you care about fulfilling our obligations to Burlingtonians of all abilities so they can safely navigate our streets, and you care about making Burlington affordable for families again, and you care about having a responsibly funded police department, then I'm Christopher Aaron Felker, and I'm here to recruit you. I humbly ask for your support and your vote in the August 17th special election for City Council. Let's build a better Burlington together. Thank you for coming. We've got 60 days. Let's get out the vote.
Anybody who would like to volunteer, where do we have the volunteer sign-up forms? Right over here. See this guy. He's got the volunteer sign-up forms. If you want to give money, donate to the campaign. Also see that guy and give him your money. Or, no, not you, Brad. We're working on the website. What's the website? Felker for Ward 3. It looks like Felker for Ward 3, but it's Felker for Ward 3. That's the website. It's up, and we're getting more on there. We've got the Facebook page started. We're getting some more information on there. This right now is live streaming on my page, Generally Irritable, because we don't have permission yet to live stream on his page, but we're gonna. So it'll be up there later for you to share with everyone you know. And yeah, what else am I forgetting? Is that it? Oh, and if you want, what's that? Go Christopher! Yeah! Oh, and Dave, where's David Kirk? Where's my man? Okay, next Tuesday, 7, what time? 6:30? And where is it at? At the Elks Club on North Ave, right? Elks Club, North Ave, upstairs, next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m., Tuesday the 29th. All right, come. That's going to be a Republican Party meeting. We're going to be, doing stuff and making plans and stuff and things. So come see us. Okay.
Hey, thank you again, everybody, for coming out. Really fantastic. Much appreciated, and we're going to win this thing.